When you think of most grandparents, you might not think of fighting gun violence.
But that is exactly what one local group is doing. In tonight's Safe KC report, 41 Action News anchor Kevin Holmes explains why they believe they have the lock and the key to do it.
What are you shining that light in my eye for? What do you want?
Just to do an interview.
Oh, okay.
That's why you got to look at Kevin.
Oh, I got to look at Kevin.
Yes,
Oh, lucky you're cute. Okay.
This is not your typical group of nanas and papas.
It's in your head. It's not in your bones. Sometimes it's in your bones, but...
And they don't do what you typically think when it comes to our more seasoned citizens.
I don't even know how to crochet, and I'm sure I would drop one, purl one, drop stitch.
So instead of sewing sweaters, Judy Sherry spends a lot of her time sowing seeds.
Our mission is to work to reduce gun violence, to keep all children safe at home, at school, and in the community. And I think it's heartbreaking that we have to have a mission that says that.
You see, Miss Judy is president of the local chapter of Grandparents Against Gun Violence.
I'm going to just give you some facts. I mean, nobody likes to hear a whole bunch of statistics, but I think this one is pretty meaningful.
According to the organization, 100,000 people are shot every year in the U.S. 38,000 of them die. That's roughly 104 every single day. And when we talk about homicides and violent gun crimes,
it's a very hard problem to solve. There are so many causes that lead up to that: poverty and homelessness and hunger.
Sherry says it only accounts for 1/3 of gun deaths. She says the other 2/3 shouldn't even happen. We're talking accidental shooting deaths. Imagine
the trauma of anybody killing somebody else, but a little kid who shoots his mother or kills his brother, that's a lifelong sentence.
And suicides.
So many people will say, oh, my kid doesn't know where my gun is. They all know where their gun is.
So Miss Judy does several speaking engagements a month like this to talk about the importance of gun safety, and the organization has many important partnerships. Two I want to tell you about are with Children's Mercy Hospital to prevent suicides.
We see hundreds of kids every year with suicide attempts here at the hospital.
Dr. Shayla Sullivan is a child psychiatrist at the hospital, and she says most of the time there are only a few minutes between suicidal thoughts and taking action.
So if they don't have quick access in that window of time, then yes, their life could be saved.
Which is why the second partnership is critical. The organization has teamed up with several police departments across the metro to give away free gun locks. Sherry says it's especially important because
little kids are curious, and they're going to pick up a gun. And terrible things happen. And I want to give them their childhood back.
Because of their efforts, the local chapter now has more than 300 members and 1,700 partners.
Why is there even a need for an organization like this?
Oh my, Kevin. You'd have to be nuts not to care. We do a lot of, I call it standing up and speaking out. A grandparent has a certain panache when you say it. There's a certain bit of equity in being a grandparent.
And Sherry says the only way that equity can grow is if grandchildren grow up without becoming a victim of violence. Kevin Holmes, 41 Action News.
And the gun locks are free and available at several police precincts across the metro, including KCMO, KCK, Overland Park, and Independence. Safe KC is our effort to highlight people working to make Kansas City safer. So if you know someone making a difference, we want to hear their story. Email us at safekc@kshb.com. Now,